Hey guys, and welcome to Halloween 2021, 13 days of Halloween with Heather. So I want to thank you for joining me today. We are going to make this adorable card. Just love it, love it, love it. Let's just get right to the supplies. First thing you're going to need is one of the boxes. I think they're called graveyard boxes or tombstone boxes. Can't remember. I'll put it down in the description below. But see, when you fold it up like this, it is the cutest little adorable. Oh, sorry, they popped outside. It is super easy. You just fold them up. Just take this tab off, and you're just gonna put that inside. But we're not gonna use it like that. We're gonna remove this. But when you remove this, save the box, because tomorrow, day 2, we will be decorating the box that we took this off of to make it adorable to put some treats in. So you need one of these, just the top. Then you will need a piece of basic gray. Sorry, I want to make sure I had the right one. Basic gray, 11 by 4 1/4. Go ahead and score it on the 11-inch side at 5 1/2. Fold it in half. And voila, your card base. You're also going to need a 2-inch strip of, I think this is Smoky Slate. If it is not, I will correct myself in the description below. But you need a 2-inch strip because we're going to cut the little gravestone out of that. And then you're going to need basic black and Whisper White. Both of these measure 4 by 5 1/4. Let's get started. Oh, you'll also need this stamp set. I guess I could keep going with supplies. Cutest Halloween. We are going to use a little spider out of it. You're also going to need the Halloween Magic dies. We'll be using this die today. Let's set that out. You're going to need the Cutest Halloween punch. It has the pumpkin, the cat, and the Boo Bunny, or Boo Bunny, the Boo Ghost. And then you're going to need the cute Halloween 6x6 Designer Series paper pad. We're going to use the ghosts, the 3 ghosts, and the little house are going to come off of this. Here's what I do, just to give you a little tidbit. Just cut out what you need and slide it right back in here. If you have little extra pieces, just slide them back in. That way you're not wasting. Got a whole bunch of real estate left on that that piece of DSP that I just showed you. You're gonna need Tuxedo Black Memento ink, the smallest block, your Cute Stars adhesive back sequins, picker up tool, and your Stampin' Seal Plus. I really like this. Did I tell you you need the bone folder? You always need the bone folder. We're gonna use the mini Stampin' Boss machine. All right, let's get started. We are gonna start with the inside. And on the inside, we are going to stamp the spider. Oh, that's not a spider, that's a face. Yeah, that is a spider. Okay, so take out your spider stamp. Just put him right there on the block like that. Take your white piece of cardstock and your Tuxedo Black. Ink him up. And I'm putting him on the left about an inch and 1/4 down, like that. Now, I cannot find my basic, actually, that's not true. I have a basic black, but it's run out of inks. So, I'm just going to use my black gel. And you want a ruler for this. I'm looking for mine right now. Because, of course, I just had it in my hand when I walked over here. Now, oh, here it is, sorry. Okay. The easiest way to do this is his little webbing coming down. I go right up the middle from his eyes. And I just go like that. Done. I mean, how simple is that? Okay, we're going to put adhesive on the other side. And don't be surprised when I turn this over, guys, and you see a spider. I stamped it off camera and then thought, oh, I better show them how I stamped it. So, even though it's going on the inside of the card, I still do all 4 sides. And someone asked me about this. Here's how I start mine. I start at the bottom. Make sure that's in camera. I make sure the 3 borders are okay at the bottom. And then I make sure it goes right up the left side all even, because then it's, if that's the case, it's all even right. Now, sometimes when you get a card from me, it won't be straight. That's because Heather just eyeballed it and laid it down without doing that. So, get that little piece of adhesive off there, and the inside is done. How cute is that? Okay, just set this aside for now. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move this tombstone in this box. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna be very careful. You do not want to tear the box. So start in a corner, and I did the bottom 2 is where I started, and just head across. You're gonna peel off some of the gray backing from this. That's okay, because we're gonna cover the top of this tomorrow when we make the box. So that is not a big deal. Just make sure you do your best not to rip the box. When I get it going, then I lay it flat, and I literally just peel it back. I kind of like this when you do this, because it changes the paper fibers for the tombstone. And, oh, see? Didn't I tell you not to be careful? If you have an oops moment, a little glue. Like that. And I'll show you tomorrow if we have an oops moment like that, what you can do to fix it. That is seriously not a big deal, guys. I was saying about it changes, the bending changes the fibers, and it gives it this really kind of worn feeling, and it kind of has that, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it has that texture. It's really cool looking. All right. You are going to need your paper trimmer. No, I still have not found my blades. I had to order new. They should be here in a few days. And you're going to trim off 1/4 inch off the bottom. So go over to your 1/4 inch side on the right. Those of you with Stampin' Up! Cutter, same thing. Just go that 1/4 inch and cut that off. Don't need it, so throw it away. So this is what you're left with. Okay. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to adhere this down to the black. I start by going right down the middle. One more down the left side of the rounded part of the top. One down this very far left. And if you get any that go, they come over the side, you just bend it, fold it back like that. Yep, there's one more. Oh, some of the adhesive came off of my fingers. It just rolls right off. It's not a big deal, guys. Well, for me it is, because I don't like things on my fingers, but you know. Okay. Now I also have learned in making these, because I made these, actually first, I made the one sample for my 13 Days in Halloween, and then I thought, oh, I'll make these for a swap. You want to make sure that you adhere these 2 corners down, because for some reason they tend to flip up a little bit. So I made sure that I did that with all of my cards. So make sure you do it with yours. Okay, get that little piece of adhesive up. And then you're gonna bring a little over 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. Put that a little more straight, there we go. Same up, try to get the same amount on both sides. Push your bottom down and then push up. I run my finger along, make sure there's no other adhesive sticking out. If there is, I just roll it off. Okay, next, we're gonna use our small die that we took out of the Halloween Magic dies, and that 2-inch piece of paper. So, let's make our sandwich and use our mini Stampin' Balls. You're gonna use plate number 1, then put down one of plate number 2. Put your gray cardstock down, and then your die, and then your second plate number 2, And then you're going to start feeding it through. I go through once and then back through a second time. That's all we're going to need for that. Oh, I forgot to change my grid paper, you guys, which means I don't have the hostess code here for you. I will put that also in the description box, but it will be there for day 2, I promise. Okay, so we're only going to use half of this. It's going to make the little tombstone part at the bottom, the grave marker. So what I do is I just kind of fold it in half like this. Then I take my scissors and I just go from one fold to the other, like that. The second half, just sit aside, you make another card later. Okay, we are going to stamp "Hey Boo" on this. Oh. Change my stamp right here. Put my Spada back. He's all nice and clean. I just cleaned him. Did that real quick. Here's the "Hey Boo," which is an adorable stamp, you guys. That can be used for so many different things. Okay. Ink your "Hey Boo" up, and then you're gonna position him. Give it enough room for your house, probably like right there. There's a little bit on the top and plenty of room on the bottom for the house. Okay. Now here's where our punches come in. Now I want you to notice some of my punches have different purple. I tried to do that to show shadowing differences, you know, so it looks like they're kind of rising up. On some of my cards it worked, on some it didn't, but here's what I did. I cut out what I needed. I already punched this one out just so you could see it. But this little ghost and this house are fussy cut out. And they are, seriously guys, simple. However, if you'll notice, Heather didn't realize, because Heather wasn't paying attention, there's a little arm there. I just went whoosh around. Super simple, super easy. You can cut the arm if you want. You can cut the arm out. I'll let you know when I get that far in this. But this little house is literally just straight cutting. Now what I did do is I did trim a little bit of this purple in here. So I just went like this, then I evened that up a little bit because I couldn't see that. There we go. So see, it's just like this. Whoops. Don't drop him. Just a little bit on the back. Again, if you go over, just fold it up and over the side. There we go. And it's gonna go in the middle, right along the bottom edge like that. And you're just gonna put every once in a while, the Seal Plus will take off a little bit of cardstock like that. I think it's the way I hold my hand, the angle, so I have to work a little bit better. And then this one is getting centered at the bottom. Like that. Now, we're gonna do the ghosts. So let's start with this one because he's just fussy cut. I am not gonna fussy cut out that arm. I'm gonna stick with my original sample. Go. All right, Mr. Ghost, you're gonna get a little bit of plus on you. And he's just gonna kind of come off the side. going to put one up here. And then we'll punch the last one. And then this one is super, super easy. You're just going to turn it over. Slide them through until you can get a good, he's centered, or you can get it off a little bit. Trying to get that little shadow at the end and the top like I did before. If you want the shadow like I did before, it's going to look like that. And then just pull out your excess. Okay. So here's our little ghosty with the little shadow in behind him. Again, a little Stampin' Seal Plus. Oh, nope, wrong way. Other way. There you go. Put him right there. And now we just need to add some stars, and this is where your pickup tool, use your pointy end to do that. Makes it so much easier. I really like these stars. Okay, so let's do the 2 purple on the outside. Let's do the orange one this time in the middle, though. I did that on my swap cards, and I kind of liked it. Just like that. You can add more stars if you like. You can add less stars if you like. Your card. You make it how you want. Now, you're going to turn it over. Add your adhesive to the back. Hard to see with my camera in the way. Any adhesive sticking out? Nope. Okay. Then grab your card base, and I always, like I said, start at the bottom. Oh, a little bit of adhesive right there. Rude. And then center it. Put that little bit of adhesive on that corner, and voila! 13 Days of Halloween, your first Halloween card. Simple, easy. You got this, guys. Until tomorrow, happy crafting!